Alright. Let's see. Let's let people know that we are live. Alright. Let's see. Past Glory song. Okay. Crystal Mine, Supply Depot. Hello, Time On. How's it going, man? This travel has not reset it yet. Oh, there you go. Let's see if we get lucky. Not. Ooh, very low triple stat. If this was like a bluish, I think I would have been fine. But interesting armament. Let's do a couple more just in case we get something. Nah. We got archaeology dig going on main and out. So that's interesting. Is there anything else that's like worth noting? Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so training for keys. That I'll probably do while I'm doing everything else. Okay. Good. Everything going great. What about you? I'm doing fine, man. Thank you for asking. I am doing fine. Alright. How many do I have? I need 2 more for me to get 10, which is unfortunate. We'll only get to reroll once. How many materials do I have left? 14. Okay, not too bad, not too great. Five. Wait, how many do I have for flux scripts left? Oh, I don't have any. Because that's for mountain warfare. Maybe I'll pass on today. Let's go ahead and do the regular quests. Do I have any that like... I think those are just added. Level 1s. Oh, there you go. Barbarians. Barbarians are not too bad because they give you 200 favors instead of 100 when you do like the resource stuff. Not to say that they're the best. The troop training are the best. They give you 600. But you can't be too picky on those sometimes. Hey, tank support. You just got up a few minutes ago? Welcome, man. Oh, there's a lot actually over here. Uh-oh. Let's move over here. Oh, that's a difficult chain right there. I didn't think about how difficult that would be. Come on. Ah. Man. But this is an easy one. Maybe I'll be able to get everyone. Just maybe. Just maybe. Strategic reserve, okay. Oh, we got the Ark of Osiris League opponents. Well, we'll probably find out soon. Alright. Quest number 1 done. Gather wood. Oh no, I accidentally pressed yes on that. Let's see if we can get something better. Oh yeah. There's one with barbarians. That's definitely better. You have so many resources, man. How many farms do I run? I have like 7, but I don't run most of them. Most of them I kinda gave up on raising them. It's actually our king who gifted me some resources because I'm a rally or garrison lead. He realized that I'm lazy. And then yeah, that's what he gave me. So thanks to our king, I am not resourceless. It's not even a lot, to be honest with you. For most players who are in Season of Conquest, this is not a lot. I'm actually on the lower end in terms of resources. I don't know if you're just starting off the game, it looks like it's a lot, but oh, is there someone else? Oh, I might be able to join his. And that's pretty far, but he's got nothing else, no one else to join. Oh my god, no. No, I'm not joining at the flood rally. It's just gonna kill itself. I guess I have no way. I guess I just have to run it twice myself. Alright. We're getting some people logging in. Friday night streaming, guys. Friday night streaming. Crusader supply chest. Let's see if they get anything useful. 3,000 action points is actually not bad. I need a lot of action points. 4,000? Nice, let's go. It's funny how our kingdom mates actually makes fun of me. Lambo and their viewers just joined in. Hey Lambo, how's it going, man? Lambo, am I saying your name right, man? Sorry about that. Welcome, welcome. Oh wow, 19 people. Hello. I just started the stream. Alright. Welcome, welcome everyone. How's it going, man? 27 people. What's going on today? Lambo? Oh, Lambo, okay. Hey Lambo, how's it going? Are you here to admire my most recent rally stuff? I don't know. Well, welcome though. Thank you for joining with your chat. Unfortunately, I didn't have like crazy interesting things that I had today. But I'll try to entertain them as much as I can, my friends. I guess you're famous now. I know. Meta New Groot is making fun of me, huh? I don't have but 40 or so viewers, so hey, spread the love. Yeah, thank you. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Oh, we came to see chaining? Yeah, I know. You guys are in luck because we are about to do some chaining. And some rallies. I might be able to join this one, no? If they don't kick me out. Kaki always loves chaining anyways. Sleepy time for you. Thank you, Lambo. Have a great rest of your day, man. Thank you for joining with your chat. Since I have a lot of people who are here that doesn't know me, no chaining for you, Josh? Alright, well, good night for you, man. Well, check out my channel when you have time. I'm gonna do something new that I haven't done ever in this channel, and that is rate my rally gear. Rate my gear. So what I'm gonna do, I have 5 marches for my stuff. Since you guys have never seen them, most of you who are online has never seen them, I think it might be a good idea for you guys to have an objective look at each of my marches and see if I can do a poll and how you will rate them. Fair? I'm going to show you my setup for each march, and you are gonna rate them by poll. Sounds interesting? I've never done this, so I'm just impromptu swinging it right now. So hopefully you guys will find it interesting. I had nothing interesting outside of me chaining today, so you guys gotta just take it and live with it. All right, so what do you guys want to look at first? Let's look at my second cavalry march. Let's see if I can actually adjust myself a little bit so you guys can see this gear better. There you go. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and put up a poll. How would you rate my March Cav number 2? I'm gonna go ahead and send a S plus S A B C. Oh, I can only do 4. Okay, S A B C. And then I'll say, "See, you suck." There you go. So don't start yet, because I'm about to explain everything that I have on this so far. So this is my second cavalry march. Obviously, by definition, it's not as good as my first cavalry march. It has iconic 2 helmet, iconic credit, Hellish Wasteland Warhelm. It has 1.5% because of the iconic 2. It's pretty decent. It's not the best. I have the credit chest piece, iconic 1. Credit Navarre's Control, iconic 1. Ash of the Dawn, iconic 4. Lance of the Hellish Wasteland, iconic 4. Ring of Doom, uncritted, iconic 1. And then credit Horn of Fury. And boost up Hellish Wasteland, talented. And no iconics except for 1. I do have armaments for him. Not too crazy, nothing too bad. It's 9.4% attack, 10.4% defense, 2.9% health, 3.9% all damage. Is sitting at Hunter and Focus Fire, Boiling Blood, right? And Balance. So what I use this is usually for my secondary garrison. That means when I'm guarding my own city while my main rally is out of the city. I'm a rally and garrison lead, so I'll need someone to actually protect my city, especially when you're rallying in from a different alliance. Most of the times that's how people rally, right? Because you don't want the AoE to hit your stuff. And this is my second cavalry stuff. Okay, what do we have here for the poll? We have 3 votes for A. That's nice. C, you suck. It must be Sun Min, my friend. C, please. God. Give me 5 Cavs Marsh? I don't know. I don't know if the system can give you 5 Marsh, man. Unless you want to just get completely destroyed on the field. So that's my cavalry number 2 March. How you guys rate it? Is it A? Are we dead set on A? Is that what it is, guys? Alright, this is A. I'm surprised because this is obviously not the best set that I have. And I got 1 S, 3 S's, 3 A's, and then 1 C. You suck. Alright. Alright, so this is A, huh? And let's take a look at my best rally set. I'll put another poll. How would you rate my tab number 1? And then I'll add options again. S, A, B, and C, you suck. Okay, so this is my rally garrison set. Obviously because I'm a rally garrison lead, this is good. But I think you should rate me as a rally or garrison lead, right? Because all the rally and garrison lead would actually have a very, very strong setup. With this exact setup, I was recently rated as top 3 arch rally setup for Chasky's stuff. I don't know if you guys actually watched that, but I was number 3 on that for arch. And that was before I made some upgrades to this, which happened over the course of the last couple of days. So I'll take a look at what actually changed about that too. But this is what I have. Gear-wise, it's flawless. Gear does not have any areas of improvement. You can see that iconic 5, talented, basic stuff for rally or garrison, right? I'm running ring and horn because I think the new cavalry accessor is not that good. I don't think the Greatest Glory is better in average than Ring of Doom, so I'm running Ring of Doom and Credit Horn. Iconic 5, both of them. Now looking at my armament, I am currently sitting at 11.4% attack, 13.2% defense, 9% cavalry health, and 1.9% all damage. I'm running 3 special inscription with the exception of scroll. The reason why I'm not rerunning scroll, as simple, is because destructive on here is actually in average not gonna be ended up net positive for a lot of people. The 3.5% normal damage actually gets offsetted by the amount of rage that you lose from this. So in general, this is actually better to have something else in there, and then hence I have Iron Wall, which is gonna be great if you're actually going against Tokugawa and Gorgo, because they only do normal damage. And also, if you're getting swarmed, taking 1.5% less normal damage of all types is going to be good. Stats, I didn't really roll this. I just got it as is, so I got really lucky with this one. I do have something else if I go over to Delta. So I am prepared for eventual transfer to Delta. And this is what I have for Delta with Special Inscription in there. 3.5% cavalry defense, which is a max roll. 2% all damage, which is a max roll. And 2.8% cavalry attack, which I probably need to reroll this. I've been rerolling this for a while, but haven't gotten too much luck with that. But I'm trying to see if I can get 3% or more on that one. Going back to the Arch setup. So that's what I have for scroll setup, and then what I wanted to actually move forward to when I get Delta. And I pulled this. I made this this week actually. So I pulled Horn of the North during stream, and this was infantry archer. I got really lucky first with cavalry defense, 3.3%. It's not 3.5, but 3.3% is actually decent enough in my opinion. And then when I was rerolling with defense locked, I got all damage 1.9% rerolled, which is 0.1% less than max stats roll on 2%. Cavalry attack, this is the one that I've been trying to reroll, just because I will be using this in this current KvK that is coming up in a couple of days. Let's actually try and see if I can get that in. Nope. So 1.6%. This is the one. This is not my number one priority for reroll. 1.6% for me is too low. So I'm trying to see if I can get that up to 3%. I already tried, I think, more than 10 times. This was already the pity. And then I'm trying to see if I can get at least 2% or more before my passport opening next week. I do have Battle Standard of the North, which is overall really good armament. It has 10% stat, 3.3% attack, 3.2% defense, 3.5% health. Hey Marco, how's it going, man? Happy Friday for you too. It has 10% of stats when 10.5% is actually the max. Which is kind of putting me at a weird spot because I did want all damage on Banner, because Banner is something that you can actually inscribe stats to, right? So I don't know. I don't know if I should inscribe Special Inscription on this one, because it has 1.9% all damage and then reroll the defense and speed. But because cavalry 3.8%, 3.5% is actually equivalent to 1.8% of all damage, so it's not much of an improvement that you're looking at. So I get 2% all damage. I don't think I'm gonna change this out, but that's my Banner. And then emblem, pretty straightforward, not amazing. 9.4% all stats overall. I was rerolling the cavalry health until I got other projects like this one that I was like immediate more use, so that's what I was doing. But then again, decent stat, 9.4% acceptable, I would say. Even for rally leagues and garrison leagues, right? So yeah, that's what I'm running on. And yeah, this is what I have. Again, I don't want destructive here on the first slot, because it's actually a net negative in my opinion. And Iron Wall does give you a little bit more tankiness, so I got that. Looks like everyone except for one person has voted A. Alright, cavalry rally stuff, everyone approved except for one guy. But good. Appreciate the rate my gear for my rally setup. Really appreciate it, guys. Alright, my March number 3, guys. Let me go ahead and set up another poll. That's gonna be Qin Shi Huang. You can see that it is much worse than my first two. I gotta advertise to you guys on what I have before I try to pull you guys in, right? Okay, how would you rate my archer number 1? And then I would say S, A, B, C, you suck. It gets straight downhill from here, guys. No worries. It's Qin Huang. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's pretty bad compared to what you saw just now. So trust me. Yeah. So Archer. Dragon Breath Helm. Crit, but not iconic. I have one iconic, which is everyone guess. And I have critted Dragon Breath Plate, which is going to give me 14% health. And then I have 4-piece bonus with uncritted Van Braces and weapon Dragon Breath Bow, which is critted. Making me jealous. What do you mean, Marco? You have great stuff. Us cat players don't care about Archer. Yes, we don't care as much about archers. I don't know how much people are gonna hate on me after seeing this. But okay, well that's the Dragon Breath Bow. 26% defense is decent. I do have it iconic 2, which will give me that little bit more enemy defense ignore. And then Glorious Goddess Pants, which is gonna give me 10.5% health, which I think is good. It's critted. Iconic 2, so health ignored will help me do more damage. And Greaves of the Glorious Goddess, which will give me 8% troop health with base health of 4 in there. Uncritted, well actually critted, but uniconic. Looking at armament, this is where you kind of get very budgety, I would say. I have an epic armament. And here's why. You'll see why. It's actually not that bad. But Epics of Olympia, this is not too bad. Hunter, 3.4% defense, 3.5% health, 2.3% attack though. Very similar to what I have earlier, but then again with very low attack. I just don't have time to get to archers like what Marco said. I'm cavalry main. Am I gonna really invest too much into archer? I got lucky with the rerolls on the defense and health, and I think I rolled attacked into this, and I was pretty satisfied. And that's what I'm using. And armament of question, I think. But you guys can see it. This is actually not bad, right? 2.5% attack, which is max on epic. 1.7% defense, which is not bad. Fit will give me 2.5% health and 1.3% all damage. And I have other armaments. It's just not as good as this one. If I reroll this one into high health, maybe Boiling Blood, this does give me boost to health, skill damage. But outside of that, yeah, like I don't really have that much better stuff. So I did some calculations and math. Knew my archer have hunter too. Hey, everyone gets a hunter. What are you talking about? You won the last KvK with me. So you have everything. But yeah, that's what I have. It does give me a lot of health though, and all damage. And this one, Banner of the Pantheon, is actually really good armament. 1.8% all damage, and then very good stats on attack and defense. I just don't have inscribable inscription on it yet. Like, and probably my next inscription for Banner, the Pity, will probably be this one. It has really high stats, so might as well just give it as much of a power as I can. My alternative is probably Pincer or Arch for infantry, but that I don't think I'm gonna do it. I think Pincer, the Banner, special inscription is only for garrisoning in my opinion. So having balance in there, I know that balance does not work too much on Qin Shi Huang, just because of the fact that he has like a lot of rage reduction that will kind of counterintuitively work, like, well, that will kind of like work against each other, where this guy, upon reaching 80% range, their troop deals 8% more skill damage. So, but I think it's still better than not having any inscription like this right now, so we'll see. And then this one has resistant, which will give me counterattack damage bonus, and hardy for 3.5% health. So all in all, pretty decent amount of health. You can see that I'm sitting at 6.3%, but Hardy and Fit combined together will give me an extra 6%. So that means I'll have 12.3% health on top of 3.1% all damage, which is kind of crazy. And then defense and attack is just okay. But yeah, max health setup is what I'll say. Alright, it looks like people who voted just voted A. Okay, that's good. I am very satisfied. I thought everyone's gonna vote my archers and onward like B or C. Alright, let's take a look at my fourth one, which I'm gonna open up a poll. How would you rate my infantry number 1? And then S, A, B, and C. There you go. So this is my infantry number 1. Which wasn't good at all. Which wasn't good at all. Like, at all until this week. And the reason why this is actually now okay is because of this. Hammer of the Sun and Moon. I created this in stream this week, actually. I have a footage of it sent out as shorts in my channel that got pretty decent views. And also at the same time, I live streamed this, crafting of this, and it was pretty decent in terms of how it actually is now on par with all the other marches on the field. This is actually now better march than what I had. Before I had blue shield in there, just for your reference. So my infantry took a big step up. 32.5% of attack is absolutely crazy. I do have critted Hope Cloak with Iconic 2. I do have Iconic 1 uncritted Helm of the Conqueror. I didn't get too lucky with the Helm. I have Eternal Knight critted. I have Van Braces of Eternal Empire uncritted Iconic 1. And I have critted infantry set bonus, set boost for the set bonus with the gloves and 10.5%, oh no, 10% infantry defense. I have drum because I usually use Baichu with Liu Che, so can basically activate the procs of the drums as much as you can. With the Liu Che's combo damage, so that it would actually buff up my marches. And for wind scars, I have the march speed. I didn't have march speed just because I wanted to kind of match the speed of each troops. Like, the people actually do the math when they do those things. I got this because I don't have any materials, so I was like, hey, might as well just give this before I actually get destroyed because he's slow, right? So I'm kind of somewhat compensating for the missing infantry march speed from not having the 4-piece bonus of Eternal Empire set. So yeah, that's what I have. Pretty decent stats though now at this point. What does that add up to? 100% total attack and defense. So not bad in terms of equipment. Now, I think it would have been a solid B or C last time if I checked this like a couple of days ago. Arch, I have an armament setup, not too bad. A very high stat stick. I am sitting at what, 35.8% of stats. Destructive, I know I said destructive is bad, but I was actually making this armament thinking that I would eventually transfer this over to Pincer, where the first slot legendary inscription on Pincer is actually one of the best inscriptions in the game, right? Toppler is one of the best inscriptions in the game. But yeah, I have it on Arch. I just don't have enough transfer stones. What do you call this? Yeah, what do you call this? The conversion stones? Yeah, I just don't have enough conversion stones, so I'm just gonna go ahead and farm this throughout KvKs so I can actually eventually transfer this over to Pincer. I will need 10 for those if I want to transfer this to Pincer, so that's why I'm hesitant on moving them. And I have even Neil. This one's actually not bad. 3.2% attack, 3.5% defense. and have the rare inscription. And I have 1.7% infantry health. So I'm actually not sure if I'll bring this over to Pincer just because of how strong Demolisher is. And I was wondering maybe I should just go ahead and wait until I do get the second instrument from the pity and just not move this at all. I'm still not sure about it, but this is not bad. It's missing some health, which is actually one of the major problems with this one. But because I'm not a cavalry, I'm not an infantry main, I don't really use this at all. So I was pretty satisfied with the stat stick. Banner, same way. It's very strong stat stick. It's actually sitting at what, 8.5%? If I add it all together, wait, 4, yeah, 8.5% of stats. It's not missing too much. It's missing 1% of defense, 0.8% of health, and then 0.2% of attack. I could theoretically use something else, but again, I am too busy perfecting everything that I have for cavalry at this point. So I'm using a flat stat stick right here. For emblem, I'm just using this for stats too, right? This is sitting at 9.5% stats, which is 1% away from the max stats. It doesn't have good inscription except for Guardians. Guardians not bad for normal damage taken until Chen Shuang came along, and then everything on the field is now skill damage. Musa, I sent my archers there and nothing too exciting. Alright, I'll take a look at it after this. Maybe we should do raid Marco's march as well. But yeah, this is actually what I have. Pretty decent, 35.8% stats. Compared to my main though, wait, how much do I have on here? I have what? So that's 22.2%. 33.6%, 33.6, 33.6, 35.5. So I have 35.5% here. Of course, all damage will probably be counted as like what? Like 3.7%. But very close in terms of stats as what I have, but not too crazy with the inscriptions. All right, looks like we are concluding with A. All right, I got 1S, triple A marches. That's not bad at all. And then I have my 5th march. I usually don't use too much. I have a full blue Guan Yu. I'll put it up for your poll. My blue. How about my blue Guan Yu? A, B. I'm not even gonna add S, C, F. It's missing pants because I used I dismantled it to craft the Hammer of the Sun and Moon. I dismantled it to craft my Lichess Bai Chi's Hammer of the Sun and Moon. And I critted it, so it was good. But now Guan Yu is missing missing pants. Well, you guys, before you guys give F, please hear me out. He has decent armaments, about 30% stats, focus fire, skill damage buff, tremors will give extra damage. His sole purpose on the field, to be honest, is just for him to do a silence on the field or in Canyon. Nowadays, in all honesty, I don't really use him on the field too. I would rather just set up a range march and just run 4 marches that I just showed you before. But yeah, if I do use them, it's when we need to go all out on the field, and then I need to use silence on the enemy so that I don't get destroyed right away. Speaking of which, let's see if I can actually craft. Can I craft something here for my Guan Yu? No, I am missing a lot of materials. A lot of them are legendary. Yeah, a lot of them are legendary, so My Guan Yu's not getting a set of pants for the upcoming fight, which means that I'm most likely not going to use him. But yeah, that's my 5th March Guan Yu. You guys can vote away. Will you use Guan Yu as 5th March this KvK? Probably not. I'll probably set up my Siege March. I mean, obviously my Siege March is not running much better gears, but Siege actually do trade pretty good. So regardless of what gear that you give, whatever I gave him, I think is not bad at all. So I think I'll just set up a Siege March somewhere, and then I'll just run 4 marches most likely. And most of the times, I get pulled away here and there just because I'm a rally lead for my kingdom. For my Attila Subutai, I'm usually forced to teleport right in front of the enemy's face, change to a different alliance, and then just run rallies. So my best gear is usually limited in terms of usage that I have on them. And then I'll just run with 3 marches, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. That's what you get as a rally lead, a garrison lead. And I enjoy being rally or garrison lead, so it is what it is, right? Alright, let's conclude my Blue Guan Yu. I'll say it deserved a D, because it was half C, half F. Alright, what do we have here? What do you have here for Marco? Let's do special voting for Marco, guys. How would you rate Marco's setup? And I'll add options. S, A, B, C. Marco set number 1 on the left. So let's talk about the one on the left first. So Marco has, pretty decent stuff, I must say. Got KvK helmet, KvK weapon, Iconic 3 on the KvK weapon, which is kind of decent, I would say. Heck, I'm gonna vote for this too. I would say this is a very solid A. I can't vote. I'm the one who's posting the votes, so I can't vote. But very strong KvK 2 setups. He's running 2-2-2 setup with the pants and boost, which will give him the maximum amount of health. I can't see what iconic the boosts are. I'm assuming it's iconic 2 or ish, because his pants are iconic 2. He has Dragon Breath Glove uncritted, and he has very good setup for Qin Shi Huang, I must say, because the accessory for skill damage and ring actually works the best on Qin Shi Huang at the end of the day. He's running Hunter, Intrepid, which are the 2 most valuable skill damage inscriptions that you can find in Rise of Kingdoms. Intrepid gives you straight up 10% skill damage boost, and Hunter gives you, I think, somewhere between 7% to 15% skill damage boost. Boiling Blood will also give you extra 1.5%, if I remember correctly. And Strategic, actually, I don't know what Strategic does. Let's find out, guys. Strategic gives you extra 2% damage to surrounded troops. Okay, so that's what, like 1% to 2% in average, I would say. Very straightforward, very strong armaments, more than 30% overall, with 1.6% all damage. Very nice, guys. Very nice. Marco, you want to vote for it too? I would say this is a solid A. Like, no matter what anyone says, if like everyone who's watching this is gonna say this is a B or C, no. I think this is a very solid A. Yeah, it's not rally or garrisonable by any means, unless you're in the Arc of Osiris League, then I think you can definitely garrison with this. But this is actually really good. And his Archer number 2. Oh, we got 2 S's. Wow. Okay, let's close the poll there. Again, cap symbol here. Yeah, I know. We're all cap symbol tonight at the end of the day, right? So I close it so that Marco got S rating on this setup right here. Congratulations, Marco. You got your Archer rated at S. Let's go ahead and do another poll. And then Marco setup number 2 on the right. Then S, A, B, C. So this is also an interesting one. It has full Dragon Breast setup, which is now the trend, by the way. Dragon Breast setup, a lot of people actually use Dragon Breast setup now because of the fact that Qin Shi Huang does so much skill damage on the field, and that maybe it sometimes outweighs having more health than you do by having 2-4 setup, right? 2-2-2 setup, right? Like this one gives you a lot more stats, but nowadays a lot of people, what people do is actually having KvK weapon and helmet, and then use 4 pieces of KvK, the non-KvK archer set pieces, so that they get this 3% skill damage buff from archer setup, which is actually pretty good. This having full Dragon Breast set actually makes it easier for him to switch over to any leadership pieces if he wants. If not, he can just run this perpetually as well. He has Horn and Ring, which is a standard setup for the second Archer March, usually. Assuming that he's running this on the Qin Shi Huang, right? This is, I'm assuming, is on Zhuge Liang and Herman. Very good setup for Zhuge Liang and Herman, in my opinion. Not close to S, but I'll take it. Voted A. And look at it. He has actually more interesting armament setup that he has. He has Hunter and Balance. Now, I see what he did there. Balance is actually not as strong on Qin Shi Huang as it is in Zhuge Liang and Herman Prime, right? So that's why he put Balance here. And then he actually gave Interpret to Qin Shi Huang 1, whereas he gave Hunter and Balance over here. Very smart move. Having Fine Horse for March speed, extra March speed is always valuable for archers at the end of the day. You gotta run away from all those cavalry, especially if you're not Qin Shi Huang, because Qin Shi Huang will just take reduced damage 40% just because you're Qin Shi Huang. Right? So if you're not Qin Shi Huang, you gotta run fast, because cavalry is coming to get you, right? And you have Fit, which will give you 3.5% extra health. So very strong stats because of that armament right there. And then Focus Fire to kind of top off that skill damage that you're missing from not having Interpret. Very, very strong setup. I would say this is also a very strong A. What do you guys think? I would say this is a very strong A too. Very good setup. Missing some crits though, but I would say this is where I would start kind of calling stuff that I'll see as A's. Where you have the full legendary stuff with some decent armaments. I would say your armament is an A++, and then your equipment for archers are like maybe B+, so combined together they're A. On the second setup. First setup, I think this is a A. This is a A+. And then this combined together is like A or A+. But thank you, Marco, for sharing your stuff. What do we have here? Dars here. Oh, I need to add Dars to my in-game chat. Why don't I do this? All right. So that was it. That was it for everything that I have for Rate My March / Marco's March. Show my calf too. Oh my god. Where is it? You got your cavalry stuff. Oh, this is nice. You are indeed calf simple, isn't it? For me, all those sets are crazy. I know, Taimon. For a young player, this is all crazy. Now, this is really, really good, right? He has Thrasher, Creative, Balance Hunter, all those right places. Let's actually talk about each and every one of them. I'm going to stop voting for it because it's kind of hard to set it up and close it out. But let's talk about his cavalry set. Now, first set right here on the left side, he is running the pre-KvK best set, right? Which means that he's not running the KvK weapon and helmet, but he's running the helm and lance of Hellish Wasteland, right? Iconic 4, credit, and yeah, the only thing that is missing is Iconic 5, which is only needed for rallying Garrison. To be honest with you, it's a waste of materials if you're not rally your Garrison lead. And as far as what I remember, Marco and I talked about this, and he's not looking to rally your Garrison anytime soon. So Iconic 4 gives you extensive amount of field damage. And also at the same time, Iconic 4 on the chest and pants also give you a lot of field damage bonus as well. And he's wearing Iconic 4 gloves, which is nice. All of them critted. The only thing that he's missing is Iconic 4 on the horn and the ring, and maybe Iconic 5, but those are fine in my opinion to miss because it only gives you rally or garrison damage bonus, right? In terms of armament, he has Hunter, Balance, Focus Fire in terms of legendaries and rare inscription. Devious, I do believe, gives you skill damage, so he's maximizing damage with this set. You can see that he's currently sitting at 11.3% cavalry attack, 10.5% defense, and 5.5% cavalry health, and 4% all damage. Now, 4% all damage, if I do the math correctly, is very close to what is it? 3.8% times 2, so 7.6%. So he's sitting at a lot of stats as well over here. I'm assuming that he has 2% all damage ones, most likely on the Hunter and something else. And rest of it is actually from the cavalry health with 2.75 average, right? Very, very strong setup. I would say this is where you can actually call it S-. I see a dagger and I throw a flag on play. Hey. I would say this is a S-. Maybe a S. Maybe a solid S or S-. For field, I think this is S for sure. Rally Garrison, probably not. But I would say S- just because of the fact that he's not using the KvK weapon and helmet. But on this one, he's running KvK weapon and helmet, which is interesting. What comes after S tier? There's nothing above S tier. For me, it's above S tier. You guys just maxed. I know. Marco, you are maxed out, man. You're destroying the dreams of younger players, man. You have everything S+ and A+ right there. Man, you're crazy. All right, so the gear on the second one. Very, very interesting setup that he has. 2 KvK weapon set, which is absolutely crazy. With Iconic 4 on each of them is very, very strong. Now, chest piece for that Iconic 4 for all damage on the field. Ash of the Dawn is missing Iconic 4. I'm sure he's working on it as one of the top priority, but this is really strong. Iconic 3 on the horn, which is good. I think it will give you a lot of... I think this Iconic 3 gives you unit capacity, right? So very, very decent. And he has Dagger Iconic 3. Controversial. But a good use of Dagger, I would say, because it's behind Arthur. As far as what I can tell, he's using the Delta formation, right? So this is behind Arthur. And then the best use of dagger, whether you like it or not, is behind a combo damage dealing commander, and here it is. This is the best use of it. Iconic 3 is fine. It's very decent. This user's troop deals 10% combo damage. That means that this is actually what's this called? Delta formation. He's running Thresh and Curative. Assertive for, I think, 1% all damage, and Infamy for 3.5% attack. Overall, very strong setup. 12% attack is crazy. 10.7% defense could use improvement, but 3.8% all damage with 6% health. This is almost as good as my final form that I'm projecting to have as well. If I do have my final form armament setup, I'll have 1.9% on the instrument, and then I'll have 2% from the scroll, so I'll have 3.9%. So he's only missing 0.1%, and I'll have 3.5% health on the banner, and then 3% health on emblem. So he's only missing 0.5% health from this one too. Very, very strong set. I would say this is a S minus. Or S. For fielding, I think it's S for sure. But it's missing crits and iconics here and there. So I would say S minus. Yeah, if this was iconic 4, if this was critted, then I think it would have been a very solid S. It's not good on Arthur, he just helps it do better. Yeah, I know. For field, your Arthur is better wearing a drum. For rally, you would rather use a ring. Yeah, I understand. I think he had a dagger, and he just didn't know where to use it. I'm sure he was just getting a lot of blueprints from Egg Event or whatnot, and she just slapped it onto Arthur because there isn't really that much areas that you could use it better. Outside of maybe Liu Che and Liu Che Philip if he's using it, but it looks like he has 2 archers, two cavalry. Might as well use it in the better places. Not the best, obviously, but better places that he can actually slap it onto. Thank you so much for sharing, Marco, though. Really appreciate it. Alright, I got the rally event done. Okay, let's see if I get something better. Oh no, okay. Gather 3 runes? Okay, this is actually not bad because it gives you 200 favors. Where is the holy site? There you go. Is there anything that is like okay to grab? Troop defense. Let's just get the troop defense. And let's move on to my restart, guys, because today I actually turned the stream on for my restart project, and I got distracted by the rate my gear stuff with the new people joining. Tempted to share a bit. Send it over to feel free to send it over to Musa Gaming. This is my restart project. Its name is this. It's having my zeroed icon. And yeah, we'll take a look at it. Obviously, we'll give our best rating, but if it's like out of this world level of power, man, I don't know what we can do, man. I don't know what we can do. Alright, so this is our KvK opening for our very first KvK in my restart project. Now, oh, you need to gather a lot of resources. Okay, I need to teleport right away. Oh yes. Oh yes, KvK map. KvK1, guys. KvK1 for my restart project. Your restart's been cooking. I'm trying. I'm not sure if it's okay. I think it's really good in terms of its progress for commanders. Must take back this great secret, the holy heart of this land. Okay. Before we set out, allow me to explain our stash. Ancient ruins. Alright. I can't skip this, by the way. So we all gotta watch this. Uh-oh. Did I just lag it by clicking on it? I think I just lagged it. Let's restart this. The game's so glitchy, guys. The game's so glitchy. They make billions of dollars from this game, and then they still haven't figured out how to turn on the tutorial for KvK1. Okay. My restart. 99 days. 99 days, guys. I'm almost 100 days into my restart. Got my two daily gold heads. Oh my god, so many forts. Okay, so what are you doing over here? We already got 2 million troops there, so I'm not too worried. What do you have here? Ooh, Bounty of the Ancients. Okay. What do they give you? 6 legendary materials? Really? Man, that's crazy. Alright. Oh, we got new commanders coming in dailies? Okay. No. Mulan. Not interested. Not interested. Richard is coming in 1 day though. I might get Richard for first couple of days. I mean, at this point, 5511, Med can wait a little bit. Right? He got all the value skills out of the way. So starting tomorrow, I might do this. But for Med right now, it's more than welcome to go ahead and proceed. Let's go. Let's see if I get lucky. 4. Done sense, George. Thank you, thank you. Let's take a look at yours, man. 2377 though. You must be in a very whale kingdom, so. Alright. This is your infantry setup. Nice. This is Marco though. So I'm gonna take a look at George's first. Alright. This is very nice. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has 5 march setup. Let's go. Ooh, wow, iconic 5. KvK talented, man. KvK talented, iconic 5. My man, George, you're here to show off. You are here to show off, but this is worth noting, guys. Let's take a look at each and every one of them. All right, iconic 5. Infantry KvK helmet. Credit. It's just absolutely great. Yeah. There you go. 2377. You gotta have those good stuff, I guess. One of the best kingdoms in Rise of Kingdoms, arguably one of the best kingdoms right now. Given that 1960 has disbanded. And KvK weapon, iconic 5. Credit. Wow, absolutely crazy, man. Hope Cloak iconic 5 for Vengeful Strike activated, which is nice. Eternal Knight iconic 5 critted. And he's wearing the Embraces of Eternal Empire. Iconic 1, so this is only missing iconic and talent on this set. And then Sturdy Boost of Eternal Empire, iconic 5, critted. Very, very strong. And Greatest Glory for critted Greatest Glory. I call it 2, but very strong setup that he has. And then Ring of Doom, uncritted. All in all, absolutely crazy stuff. Alright, Pincer. Alright, he has Pincer setup. Toppler here, very strong setup right now. He has what? 9.3% total stats. With Toppler inscribed into it, very strong set. Second setup, Raider and Patronage together to compensate for the fact that he doesn't have a Demolisher, but Raider itself is really, really strong armament itself. Patronage will give you that 2% extra damage if you get healing or shield. I think this is difficult to kind of proc, but sometimes you can actually proc this, so very good. 1.7, 1.92%. I'm assuming he's not re-rolling this because he's waiting for the special inscription one. And you have 7 marches. You bench it. You don't like Siege? What's wrong with Siege? Siege is good, man. And Airtight. Airtight is good. Had 2.5% infantry attack, 2.7% defense, 3.3% health. Airtight for the combo damage resistant as well as all damage resistant on proc basis. Thundering and Smite. Oh my god. There you go. This is just great, right? Thundering for the extra 10% Smite damage boost, and Smite on top of Thundering. Wow. So this is 12% Smite damage boost right there. This is my next focus, getting the legendary from the wishlist. Yeah. I would say in terms of armament, you're like S+. Like, I know that you're missing this, right? I know that you're missing this, and you're gonna eventually get it, right? Because you're gonna get it from the pity. But because of this you cannot really outdo. This is actually not even 2% smite damage. It's 2% normal damage, right? So this is rare. This is one of the kind. The reason why I was ranked number 3 in the best Arch rally setup, and even after that was before I got the special inscription. Even after getting the special inscription, I can't compete to those that have double inscription like this. Is because of that reason. Like, you cannot really outdo this. Like, this is just in terms of like chance. You basically won the lottery right there. So and the fact that this inscription right here is great for infantry is insane, guys. Wow. Okay. So yeah, this has a potential to be one of the best pincer rallies in the game. Pincer rally or garrison setup in the game, because as far as what I remember, the best pincer setup that they have only has like what, all damage and all special inscription, right? So the fact that you have something that has special inscription and smite in there, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Maybe when you finish this set, maybe you should become a rally garrison lead and then just send it to Chasky's best pincer setup, because this has the potential. Wow. Okay. All in all, I would say this is S. This is a very strong example of S. I would say your armament is S+. Again, I'm not thinking about what it is right now. In terms of right now's power, I'm sure it's S. But like, because you have the special inscription, double inscription, that's S+. This one, I think equipment-wise, it is S. It can be better. You already know. The crit you're missing, iconic you're missing, but it's to everyone's standard. This is really, really good. And the only downside of it is that infantry has funny, weird things with leadership pants and gloves. But yeah, right now, I'll see this and then I'll just run from it. You know, if I was going against you, very strong infantry setup. Let's go ahead and see more of those. Arthur, there you go. Ooh, nice, nice. Another iconic 5 full helmet and weapon. He does have Iconic 5 heavy armor of the Hellish Wasteland. Now, this is the only flaw in this setup. I'm sure you know this. But the fact that you're using Tesset of Hellish Wasteland for 14.5% attack instead of Ash of the Dawn is the only flaw that you have here. I know that Cavalry has a lot of health that they gain from a lot of the equipment setup, but then again, still health is way more valuable than attack. So this is the only flaw that you have, but the fact that it's Iconic 5 does kind of make up for it. Iconic 2 gloves. Iconic 2 gloves is good. Everything else is not really helpful for you to do more damage on the field. Ring of Doom is absolutely great. True Pell, 1.5% extra. Iconic, the crit and Iconic 2. Horn of Fury, no crit, and Iconic 1. And then Boost, also, Iconic 2 is good enough for you to actually get all the combat bonus that you can. Equipment wise, I would say it's S minus or A plus. Again, the fact that you're missing Ash of the Dawn, for me that's a big minus. But I'm sure in terms of how you perform on the field, it doesn't really matter too much. But to me, equipment, Cavalry only has one good answer, right? Which is Ash of the Dawn for the pants. I'm sure you had leftover blueprints and use it, which is fine. I've seen a lot of people do it. But Cavalry benefits a lot from defense and health. If it was defense, I would be still S. But because it gives you attack, unfortunately, I would say it's A plus. It's very good, really good, solid setup. But yeah, looks absolutely beautiful. And yeah, let's go ahead and move to Delta formation. God. Alright, so we have Thrasher. We have Curative. He doesn't have Butterfly effect, but everyone's missing a lot of instrument stuff. Because what people like him and I did back in the days was that Emblem was like the rarest thing that you have. And then when you see Wedge Emblem, you'll see that the Wedge Emblem will give you the most amount of buff compared to even like the instrument buff, right? For Wedge. So what we did, we actually skipped on the rare, and then we went with the rare, and then got the legendary inscription on the emblem. So that's what this is. And then Steel Skin. All in all, very strong set. I would say this is a very, very solid S. The only thing that is missing is Butterfly effect, and that's it. KvK stuff is a bit hard to level up. Need more KvKs. Your account. Oh, your account. Are you in your account? Let's see. Yeah, you're 1, 2, 3. You're a 9-digit ID. You're a little older than mine because mine starts with 130. But a very new account, I would say, with a lot more kill points than I do. 25 billion kill points. So overall, yeah, I would say whatever you have set up for Arthur is I think this would be like a S minus just because of the equipment points. I would say like, yeah, like you could do better in the equipment, but overall very strong setup. I'll say S minus on this one. Let's go move forward with your infantry. This isn't even your. This is your infantry number 3, right? Ragnar with Iconic 5s. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. Okay, let's talk about it. Iconic 5, helmet, and weapon. Now that will give you the troop bonus of 3% defense. which is good. And Hope Cloak, Iconic 3, which will give you the unit capacity buff. And also at the same time, Talented. Now Sacred Grasp, Talented, which is nice. Sacred Grasp is actually really good. Armor, really good equipment piece in my opinion for infantry. And then Eternal Knight, Iconic 5, Critted. Wow, okay. Very strong setup right here, man. Very strong setup. And then Shio's Return, Iconic 5 Critted. All in all, very strong. I would say Concealed Dagger and Ring of Doom. Now the fact that he has Concealed Dagger here just proves that this is not one of his main march, and yet he has how much percentage? He has 93% of stats overall with 64% defense. Wow. You see Dagger is A, but George, you're cooking on the iconic tier 5s. I know. Dagger, Ring. So I would say this is A for a couple reasons. For one, he's using a dagger, which is fine because it's his third march. But I think the second equipment should have been a horn, because Ring of Doom, I think, horn or drum. I think if this was a drum, it would be an easy A+ or S. Because if you have a drum, then it will kind of, this march will be a very solid supporting march with health reduction from this Concealed Dagger, and then the drum will give you extra rage around you, right? Your equipments are almost perfect except for those two. So I would say, yeah, I would say A+. Iconic 5, I can't get over it. Yeah, A+. With drum, I think it was the S for sure, yeah. Because that would actually, you know, confirm that this guy is doing his job, right? He would buff everyone with the health reduction and the fact that he has the rage generation for everyone around him. Ring of Doom, I would only suggest for troops that is meant to do the more damage of, like Qin Shi Huang, Arthur, if used as skill damage commander. I use it for because I use the exact rally setup. But yeah, very strong setup. And Hunter and Intrepid on this too. Man, okay, let's talk about it. Hunter, very strong stats. 3.5% attack, 3.4% defense, missing a little bit of health, but that's okay. Because this is not one of his best marches. and this looks absolutely crazy. Requital, for if the enemy's wielder, whenever the wielder's troop is hit with any type of basic attack, it has 10% chance to deal additional damage to the attacker with 50%. Okay, that's good. Alert will give you counter attack bonus. Okay, very strong set. Assertive for 2% all damage. And then Intrepid. Yeah, so many Intrepids. What's going on, man? I have a few drum BPs in the back. Yeah, you might be able to use those one day. But honestly, I'm sure you're like using a lot of materials given that everything is iconic 5. So I won't blame you. I would say those are just like future stuff. But right now, this looks good. This looks good. Oh my god, how much stats is that? Like, that is 8.8%. Well, all damage should be converted to higher amount, right? 8.8%. 1.2% here, then 21.1%. Okay, 33% total stats with 2% extra damage, so 35%. Crazy stuff. And this is one of his supporting marches too. I would say his armaments are S. Yeah, I would say his armaments are S on here. And then on this, I would say on the equipment, I would say this is a A+. all in all, overall, if you add it all together, I think it will become S-. Very strong. And I can't even tell, this is not even one of his best sets, so it's just hard to believe that he has so much stuff on his not so strong march. Oh my god. Okay, let's move on to Chin, guys. Let's move on to Chin. Alright, still iconic 5s. What is going on, man? you have used so much blueprints. Let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about it. Alright, so iconic 5. Dragon Breath Helmet. Now, iconic 5 is good. Shattering Strike will give you buff when you're attacking damage. And especially for Qin Shi Huang, that's good. Having iconic 5 critted Dragon Breath Bow, which is really, really good. He's running 4-2 setup with Dragon Breath Plate, which is not iconic 4 because it doesn't do damage to field troops. It does damage to rally or garrison troops type. Unlike what it is like in the cavalry stuff. So this is good. Dragon Breath Vem Braces. Iconic 2 is completely fine because that's the only time that only goes up to iconic 2 to give you the buff that you need. And those 4 pieces add up to Dragon Breath 4 setup, which will give you 3% troop attack and 3% skill damage. Helmet 75% got 25%. You see that he was trying to crit it. Okay, George, good idea for you is to swap the horn on Qin Shi Huang with dagger on the Ragnar. I agree with you, actually. I would say, like, because horn is okay on Qin Shi Huang, but I think horn is will be better used at Ragnar, in my opinion. I think the buff is better than not to have, but obviously is really, really good. But I think the benefit that it gives to Qin Shi Huang is minimal because he does rage consumption mechanics instead of rage generation mechanics. He apparently never runs out of rage, so that's why balance on him is not as good. It's good, but it's not as good as it is on all the other marches. So yeah. But yeah, the pants, leadership pants, iconic 4, just straight up really, really good. Leadership boost, iconic 5, because he wants that extra march speed, guys. He wants that extra march speed, which is very smart. And I love it. 6% health. And horn and ring. Horn and ring. Uncritted, I would say this is a solid S- ish. The only thing that, yeah, like what he said, the only thing that this guy is missing, this Qin Shi Huang is missing, is replace him with Horn of Fury. So although this is a legendary piece, and although this is really good piece of equipment, I would rather prefer to see like a banner or the new skill damage accessory here, or even the dagger. Yeah, it might actually perform better with the dagger here than Horn. But yeah, that's what I'll give for the equipment. Ring of Doom is absolutely good for him. Just don't get me wrong. Ring of Doom is really, really good. But Horn itself, Qin Shi Huang gets value, but not as much. So that's what I'll suggest. And look at that. Hunter Intrepid Balance. Okay, 3 legendary inscriptions on a march that he's not even maining at. Let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about it. Hunter overall very strong, 9.4% stats. Wow, okay. Nothing else to say, move on. He's missing very few stats, and he's just running really good stats. His instrument is missing a special inscription or inscription, but he's running on 2% all damage. That's the reason why he's using it, I can already tell. And this is really, really good instrument. Now, running on balance inscription on the banner, he has maxed out attack, 2.5% defense, 3.3% health. Wow, very strong. Intrepid, He has 1.8% attack and 2% march speed on the defense. Now, the reason why this is smart is because archers actually benefit more now with the new crystal technology from having more attack than defense. So the fact that he has the march speed actually swap out with defense stats with max out health is really, really good. I love this piece right there. All in all, very strong setup. 9.9% added to 11, so that's 21%, 30%, 32% of all damage included. Goodness, maybe if you include the march speed, is 34% of total stats. Very strong. I would say overall, those two combined together will be a very solid S, or maybe S minus, S or S minus. For the field, I think it's S. If you were to count like all those other crazy people with the rallying gears and stuff, then I would say it's S minus. But for field, it has everything it needs. The only thing, again, I think I would improve is just having the horn replaced with something else, because horn can be used very valuably somewhere else. Very beautiful though, yeah. Another S tier. Yeah, definitely. He probably has everything S because he is 2377, guys. 2377. Alright, Ho Chu Bing, his last piece. What's with you with Iconics, man? What's with you with Iconics? You Let's talk about it. Okay, well, this is the second best setup that you can have for cavalry. He's missing what? The KvK weapon and helmet. That's it. This is the best setup that you can give to cavalry setup. It is what it is. Iconic 5 on almost all of them except for the helmet and the boots, which doesn't really need Iconic 5. Except that it would actually gain too much march speed and it will just run off in the murder ball. He has ring and dagger, which is really good. He has a lot of daggers, but I would say it's not bad. It's not bad to have a dagger. I would say this actually, Ho Chu Bing would actually prefer a horn. So maybe doing a swap between Ho Chu Bing and Qin Shi Huang might actually be a better idea. I didn't know you had 2 daggers crafted, so. My guy is a real whale. I know, Buzz. Welcome, Buzz. Welcome back to the channel. What's wrong with daggers? Because I don't understand. Daggers are good, but only early game. Because ring and horn. So this piece right here, whenever the wearer's troop launches any type of basic attack, it has 30% chance to reduce the target's health by 5%, stacking up to 3 times, with each stack lasting 3 seconds. So it is, first of all, very hard for you to actually land all 3 stacks and keep it there, right? That would be 15% of health that you have reduction. But once you enter Season of Conquest, you get something like this. Whenever this wearer's troop launches any type of basic attack, it has 10% chance to gain 50% damage bonus dealt for 2 seconds. 50%. When critted, this goes up to 65% extra damage that you do for 2 seconds. So that's why. So the power of ring and horn is just off the chart when you enter Season of Conquest, that it actually makes everything else look really, really bad, with only one exception, and that is drum. So that's why whenever I do make videos about new player guys, I always tell you guys to focus on drums. If you're in non-Season of Conquest KvKs, KvK 1, KvK 2, just focus on getting the drums. If you have time, you can craft Silent Trial or one skill damage accessory, because nowadays Qin Shi Huang actually does use it. But I have a specific role in the field. I'm the front line, so don't get time to generate too much ratio. I see. Okay. Yeah, if that's what you're doing in your KvK, man, or in your kingdom, I understand. Then I think it does really, really good. But hey, good stuff overall. Like, there's very few people that would have like comparable equipment to you. I mean, I only have one setup that I would say is better than what you have. And I'm only like what 130 starting, so I'm not even that much younger than you. So in terms of the account's age, but this is really good. Okay, this Hunter, Balance, Boiling Blood, Focus Fire. Okay, so this is very similar to what I have for my second cavalry. You can see that he has Hunter with 1.9% all damage. Wow, okay. He hasn't rerolled this, I'm assuming, because he has other priorities, but this is worth rerolling eventually, maybe, especially the attack. But whatever you have here is really good. Boiling Blood, overall very strong stuff. 3.1% attack, 1.5% defense, and 2.3% health. I just made Dagger. You just made that. Lord, I give up. No, Daggers is not that bad. It's just that having one is fine. Having two is a little okay, but yeah. But if it's a front line, he needs to apply all the debuffs. I understand. Balance. This is really good. 3.2% attack, 3.2% health, 2.5% defense. All in all, very strong setup. Focus Fire with extra march speed, okay. That's really good. Cavalry attack is the least favorable stat, so having that statted out to march speed is nice. 3.3% defense and health. All in all, very strong setup. 1.9% all damage. The stats are a little bit lower on this one. I would say this is an A+ armament setup. Your equipment, I would say, is a S-, just because of the fact that this is a second dagger. But overall, no, actually, this is a S. This is a S. Yeah, Iconic 5. Everything is in the right pieces. The only thing is dagger, but you have dagger, then you have to use it, right? This is S, A+. Overall, I would say this is a S- march. Very strong. Man. Thank you so much, though, Henry. George. Henry. Thank you so much, George. Really appreciate it. But yeah, overall, guys, I guess this is what it takes for you to actually join one of the best Imperiums in the game right now, which is having something like this, Thundering and Smite in one armament, man. Thundering and Smite in one armament. I think George can easily be a very strong rally or garrison lead. I think he just needs some blueprints for the KvK stuff. Especially for his infantry stuff, man. Oh my god. He just need one he just need the pity pulled out of this, then he is golden. He's golden. He can already rally garrison in most kingdoms. And then for his 2377, because 2377 has some crazy players, I would say he'll probably just need to work on critting this and then iconic 5ing the other ones so that he can eventually rally a garrison even in 2377. Very strong. 6 or 7 are basic legendaries. Thank you very much. This helped me a lot. I don't know if I can help you. you're a stronger person. You're a stronger player, in my opinion. I just look at a lot of accounts just because I do a lot of account coaching stuff, but that's why I kind of went off and suggested you some of the improvements. But you know, like if you look at mine, obviously I'm nowhere near where you are with the accounts progression, man. Right? Like you have 25 billion kill points, I have like 5. And mainly because I started trying to be a rally or garrison from the day one, and my best march was always tied up to either garrison or rally, right? So when I was making this, which I only finished my main rally or garrison setup like this year, 2-3 months ago, last KvK actually. So until then, all my other marches, equipment and armaments were really bad. So obviously I have arguably one of the best rally setup for Arch right now, and I am set up so that I have one of the best Delta setup right now in the game. But with the exception of my main march, like all my other stuff, like can't even be remotely compared to what you have, man. It's crazy. Amazing set, bro. Ring and Horn. Yeah, that's why all my other marches are missing a lot of iconics, man. The Ring and Horn and KvK weapon and helmet iconic 5. They were expensive in terms of materials. You basically don't do any upgrades for like a couple months, and then you just do one upgrade, right? And that was for iconic that like gives you what, 1% all damage uplift. Man, I don't know. I'm starting to catch up though, because now I'm done with this one. Ever since then, it hasn't even been a KvK, and I crafted the Baichi weapon, and I crafted the KvK helmet for this one, and I iconic 4 the Ash of the Dawn. I iconic 2 the War Helm of the Hellish Wasteland. I think I critted the Horn, but right before I was able to actually make the full setup. I got the Qin Shi Huang set up pretty nicely with iconics. I wasn't working on iconics before for him, and I did now. Yeah, all those KvK pieces take months of hoarding. I know. Iconic 5 weapon, guys. Iconic 5 weapon. Like this, if you calculate this in average, because it has 10% chance to give you 8.5% all damage boost if you crit it. So if you didn't crit that, like it doesn't give you almost any buff. So if you count this and then convert it into average gain of all damage, this is like 1.7%. And it requires like what, I think like 120 materials. It is insane, guys. It is insane. So yeah, I don't know. I started to kind of gain more kill points because of all my other March improvements lately. But you guys, if you guys are looking for ways for you to gain kill points, try to replicate what you saw from George today. He has crazy gear, and I don't know. George's stuff are really strong. And yeah, that's what you need to be an Imperium, I guess. You can't be like me where you're like sitting at 5 billion kill points at my account stage. I played for 4 years, and I still am sitting at very low kill points. But if you want to join an Imperium like him, you gotta make sure that you're destroying everyone on the field. That's what he's doing. It looks like that's what he's doing. Man, thank you so much for sharing your stuff, George. Really appreciate it. I only have one more setup, so gather 50,000 stone. I'll send it out later. Let's work on other stuff. Let's work on other bastions. Oh, okay. That's not good. Do I have anything else that I can actually work on? No. Let's do this then. Okay, let's just do it. Oh, there you go. Training. That's what I was looking for. Let's get some trainings in, guys. Alright. There you go. 600 favors. It's eating up my materials. Damn, I don't even have 100 legendary materials. Arvix is Leviathan. What? Then Arvix comes. Why is the floor with all? What's with Arvix? Are we talking about our subscriber Arvix, or is he a different person? Because I know I did the account review for Arvix. Is definitely not a Leviathan. I'm sure it's a different guy. Musa, should I push for Zenith if I have 15% archery health? If you're only concerned about rally or garrison, no. If you're concerned more about your overall open field performance, it might be worth it. But if you already have 15% health, I'll just say wait for the defense one. Personally, that's what I would say. Miss my inf when you got time. Oh yes. I forgot about your infantry. There you go. Let's talk about his infantry. Alright. So left side Ragnar. He has iconic 2 infantry helmet. Hopeful. The infantry set gloves and then set pants and set weapon. So all those 4 combined together will give him 10% march speed on the field. He has uncritted Hope Cloak and then the Karuak's pants, which will give you a lot more health than you might think. So if you're actually not using iconic and talented Eternal Knight, I personally think that using Karuak's critted is actually better than having a legendary setup, because it does give you a lot of health. It does give you more health than the leadership pants, to be really frank with you. So if you're not gonna iconic it or anything like that, then I think this might not be a terrible choice. Having ring and horn is good for Ragnar if he wants to do as much damage as possible. He swapped the placement of pincer and wedge, but wedge setup that he has, hunter is good, fearsome is good. It gives you, I think, 1% or 1.5% all damage. Cohesive is good. Metallics actually give you 3.5% defense, which is really good. And focus fire will give you another 4% skill damage. And overall, his stats wise is about 30%. I would say his equipment is A. He has all the right pieces in the right places. It's just that he's missing a lot of crits. He's missing a lot of iconics. I would say A minus. This is an A minus, and then his armament I would say is A plus. So all in all, I would say his Ragnar might be A or A minus. It really depends on how you rate the wedge formation. The real Arvix has 12 accounts, which basically each with 7 sets of iconic 5. Okay, so that's definitely not the Arvix that we're talking about. 400 legendary materials and still using purple pants. And you know, purple pants are fine. I think purple pants are good. Like, if you're not maining infantry, purple pants are fine. If you're not gonna have it iconic 5, iconic 3, iconic 2, purple pants are fine. It's actually better than having Eternal Knight, in my opinion. Your bite sheet looks a lot stronger. Iconic 4 helmet, critted. Iconic 4 weapon, critted. Hope Cloak, critted. And iconic 2. And then the gloves and boots for the extra 10% march speed combined with the helmet and the weapon. Again, purple pants are fine, giving you 10% health, 10.5% health once critted, I think. And then having ring and greatest glory will give you extra damage. Now your pincer formation is really good too, demolisher and toppler. The fact that you have the 2 strongest inscriptions in the game is really good. Cohesive and rattling are also very strong setup. Now you do have extra march speed in place of stats, and I think for infantry that is fine, because infantry you either get only attack or defense, and having a lot of infantry march speed is really crucial in today's field. All damage 1.4%, and then total stats of what, 23%? So 24.4% with 6.5% infantry march speed, so about 30.9% of total stats, which is really good. I would personally give this a S minus, like the pincer setup that he has. This is really good. Maybe S, because he has Demolisher. I would say S minus for now. If once he has more special inscriptions added, I think I will actually move it up to S minus. His equipment, I would say, is a S minus 2. Just because everything's in the right place, and I can see where he was going with it. And obviously, he's not missing iconic 5. He doesn't have iconic 5s, but he has all the right places where you will get the all damage from. Weapon and the helmet. And if Hope Cloak was iconic 4, you only get, I think, garrison damage. The only thing that he's missing is the pants with iconic 4. But given that he's not really using this for as his main march, I think that's also fine. So I would say this is S minus. This is like A plus. I don't know if it's only me, but audio is breaking. I'm sorry. I'll go ahead and have a space of it. Buzz, Musa, I want to raid my new field account. You have too many accounts, man. I don't wanna raid it today. I raided so many people's accounts today. I raided my own. I did the account. Ooh, okay. And I looked at Marco's thing. Maybe another time, man. Maybe another time. Maybe you should give me a heads up when you want to share yours. But yeah, let's take a look at yours. Not today. I'm very tired from account reviews, man. I'm very tired. Maybe another day, man. You can send it to me on DM first. I'll take a look at him. Try rejoining the stream and it works again. I guess it was just me. It could be. It could be me. Alright, no worries. You have so many accounts, man. I don't know which one that you're about to show me. But your main one looks really good, though. Like, not gonna lie. Did you submit your main one to Chasky's best rally setup stuff? Yeah, I remember. It wasn't unfortunately top 10 because all the Archer marches kind of were very competitive lately. But it was good. It was almost on par with everything that was showcased on the top 10 in my opinion. And I could be wrong, but that's how I felt. Oh, I should have left one for the gathering stuff. Oh well. You submitted 3 of them and none of them win? Hey. Hey, remember that time I was the 3rd place? That's right, man. Buzz. Bow down to your Korean king. Bow down to your Korean king. I was unlucky with armament, that's why. You wanna share yours on the... Can you share some of them on the Discord? Like the rally stuff? Let's take a look at them. Cause I remember one of them, I looked at it, I was like, your best rally setup, I was like, this could win. Like this could be at least top 10. But like I was surprised to find out that it wasn't even mentioned in the top 10, which was kind of surprising. But I think it has something to do with the equipment score and how archers had a lot of people who went for the leadership gloves and pens, and that equipment score, the way it was rated, it actually skewed the results a lot more. Is how I felt that went. Not to say those are bad, but you know, like when you look at stuff, you would think that, oh, archers with dragon breath weapon and helmet, oh, it's fine, but you got best armaments in other account and the best gear on the other account. Just share them on the Discord, man. I'll take a look at them. Let's take a look at Buzzwole's rally and garrison setup, man. Oh no. The cats are getting furious. They give me 3 minutes? Okay. No problem, man. No problem. We can wait 3 minutes. My cat can't. But but we can wait 3 minutes for Buzz. Buzz has really good stuff too. And I am a one marsh wonder. So yeah, hopefully whoever came with Lambo, hope you guys weren't too bored. I was trying to do something new. I didn't have anything planned today. So I was just gonna do farm and chill, chat with the chat. But the impromptu rate my gear stuff was not too bad, I would say. Ah, that sounds like Buzz. There you go. Alright, we got some stuff from Buzz. Let's take a look at that. This is not the one that you submitted. Was it? These are not the ones that you submitted. Oh, you have so many of them. Okay, let's take a look at it. So this one is really good. This one is full Iconic 5 Dragon Breath setup. The only thing that is missing from the full Iconic 5 Dragon Breath setup is actually Iconic 5 Horn Iconic, which is okay, but this is really strong. Let's take a look at other ones. This is actually the same thing, so I don't know what. Oh yeah, oh, that is the same. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, the same thing, but with less iconics on the ring and Chris on the ring and horn. Iconic 2 ring and horn is kind of the only thing that is missing here. And then what else does he have? Okay, so he has. Yes, this is the best setup. This is technically the best setup. He is missing iconics on the gloves and the weapon and the helmet. But this technically is currently the best setup that you can use for archers. Again, he's missing some iconics, but that's okay because I just wanted to show you what the best one looks like. It was great. Thank you for doing the equipment review. No problem, man. Thank you for sharing yours. Yours actually blew my mind away with that double inscription with legendary inscription in one of them, which was really good. yeah, so this is the best setup right now that is possible for archers apparently. And a lot of the top kingdoms rally or garrison leagues are actually using this exact setup. And the main reason is because iconic 5 on the glove actually gives you combat bonus, whereas all the other any other iconic 5 gloves iconic 5 actually gives you march speed bonus. So this is really strong, but he's just missing some iconics again. Very strong stuff. So this is what I was looking at. I was like, okay, maybe he should have won. So he has full special inscriptions and rapacious. And as far as what I remember, rapacious actually gives you all damage, right? Where's the codex? Which rapacious. Yeah, 1.5% extra all damage. So he has an emblem that has 1.5% extra all damage in there, along with the intrepid. So this is crazy. I was very surprised that this formation actually did not win. Yeah, Dragon Breath said no longer best setup. Yeah, I know. All these accounts VIP 19 and all of them have 15% archer skins. It was not counted. As far as what I talked to Daver about it, they didn't count the VIPs and city skins, because they only didn't evaluate it based on the armaments and equipment. So that was ruled out. But yeah, this I was very surprised that someone else had better stuff than this. Maybe it's because you don't have enough attack and defense compared to other people, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This armament is one of the best that I've seen, even in the submissions that I saw. And I think the reason why you didn't win was because you had iconic 5 here and not here. And if you're submitting these two, if you had iconic 4 on each of the helmet and the weapon, I think you would have maybe been top 10 at the very least. It's spread out. I think that was the only problem. Yeah, they don't count VIP and skin. If they did, you will win. Ah, okay. No. You're missing iconics here. You need iconic 5 on those, man. If you had iconic 5s on those, and then you had this in that one, I think you would have been top 3 or top 2. Even if you count the VIP and the city skin. In my opinion. I could be wrong, but I think you would have been top 3 or top 2 if you had iconic 5s here and then you sent this. Maybe top 1. But because you're missing iconics, you can't win right now as is. Yeah, your gears get enough, but it's like that's the only thing that you can improve. Like it's the only thing that you have left to improve, and you can just do it, right? Like it's not that big of a deal. It's like you're gonna eventually hit it, right? So as long as you just keep playing the game, keep playing KvKs. If you win, you get more progress. If you lose, you get less progress. But that's why armaments are so important. Like the one that you have. That you have the intrepid and rapacious double inscription. That one's just destroying the scale, right? Because it just gives you straight up 1.5% all damage, right? So that's why I say like those double inscription armors are just really, really good. I don't have any with the legendary inscription, but like, yeah. I'm envious that you have one, man. I'm envious that you have one. The only thing that I can do, people like me who doesn't have double inscription, legendary inscription, is that try to reroll as much all damage as possible, so that it's is somewhat better. Cavalry, that's a little bit difficult because the value of the health compared to all damage is not that good. All damage in general doesn't impact cavalry that much, but for archers, that's a big thing. To be honest, there's a lot of whales who didn't participate in Chasky's event. That's why I don't think it's accurate. Oh, of course, it's just the people who actually submitted it. Like, if all the arch rallies actually submitted, then I would have no chance, except for Chasky himself, because the armaments that he had, everyone had the best gear for cavalry. I think everyone in the top 4 had the best gear. He was just missing. There's like 6 people who was missing the KvK weapon and helmet instead of the Hellish Wasteland weapon and helmet. But Chasky's armaments for Arch was double inscription, and it was insane. I'm gonna get as much true damage for archers. True damage, I heard that was canceled, man. That was canceled. I don't know if that's gonna be the case, but you can try, man. You can try. True damage is. I like the concept. I don't know why they scrapped it. Like, I think it's really good for Rally Garrison. Like, they should just keep it Rally Garrison exclusive, and that would have been fine. But I don't know why they canceled it. I like the concept. Like 100%. I think this is a very interesting concept. You heal yourself and do true damage to other people. You know, like, I don't know why they wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? Are you gonna get as much all damage for archers as possible? Yeah. Then I think you'll have a stronger chance of winning. If you complete this set right here, I wouldn't even bother making other improvements, but if you complete this set right here, and then you actually try to reroll as much all damage as possible here, especially on the scroll and the banner, then I think you'll be golden. I think you'll be really, really good. You might be one of the top rally or garrisons for the archers. They scrapped it because it was not working properly. Hey. That's unfortunate, man. That's unfortunate. Alright, guys. I think I got good hours of stream today. Really appreciated you guys who joined over from Lambo stream. I know that this was kind of random for you guys, but hope you guys actually enjoyed today's stream. Especially special thanks to Marco, George, and Buzz for sharing your gear and your armaments so that I could showcase how great you are. All of you are in the stream. And you guys had all good stuff. So you guys didn't have anything like what my blue Guan Yu had, right? so you guys rock. Thank you so much for joining today's stream. I'm gonna bounce because my neck started to hurt. But thank you guys so much for joining today's stream. As always, if you guys haven't already done so, please check out my channel. And I'll try to stream tomorrow as well. Actually, I think my wife's going on some trips, so I'll be able to stream a lot longer tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video. All right, thank you. Bye bye.